I love this story so much. This is how we made a customer an additional $1.2 million a year in revenue, and I want to share that secret with you today. You can take it, use it in your own Amazon business, and make some good money. I am sure this will help some people out there, so stay tuned. My name is Patrick. I work at Asteroid X. We spend about $12 million a year on Amazon ads, and I'm sharing all those lessons with you for free and for fun. So let's get into it. So this story starts in the UK on a foggy, dark, cold, rainy night in London. I'm not sure if all that's true, but it does take place in the UK, so statistically maybe it was raining. And with this customer, we had an account-wide budget of £300 a day. That's 364 US dollars for those of us here in the Americas. And you know what I'm talking about with the daily budget thing? Like this is when you are running Amazon ads, the Amazon ads console, you set a certain amount that you want all your campaigns to spend. So all my campaigns combined from now until midnight today, I only want them to spend, in this case it was £300 or 365 bucks USD, right? And having these limits in place makes sense because you don't want your campaigns to run amok and spend whatever they want, especially if the ACOS or the ROAS is bad or it's not profitable. You kind of want to, it's like having a dog on a leash. It's keeps everything under control, especially if you're on a busy street. You don't want things to go out of line, right? So fair enough. But these budgets can disrupt and stunt the growth of your revenue if you find that they're going out of budget, and that was our problem in this case. I wanted to take you back to the problem we had before we made this additional 1.2 million because it's important to understand. When we were running at £300 a day, we were running out of budget by like 6 p.m. local time in the UK. Now, you might ask, what's the problem with running out of budget? You spent your budget and that's it, right? The issue with it is that if you're out of budget by 6 p.m. local time, there's still, 6 hours of consumer spending and shopping going on the Amazon platform that you're not participating in. Once your budget is done for the day, it doesn't reset until 12:01 the next morning. And so you're not going to get your ads at least. Your listings organically can still get sales, of course, but your ads won't get any impressions, clicks, or ad revenue. Which means that you're missing out on that revenue. And also, your competitors are gaining market share because if they're still running ads, they'll get all the sales that you would have got, right? So it makes sense in general, on principle, to run your ads all day long if you can and if they're viable, profitable ads. In this case, we had a lot of campaigns that were good and were operating well, but at the same time, we had some campaigns that we were working on where the return wasn't where we wanted them to be. So the question is, it's always divided, right? You want to spend on ads, but at the same time, you don't want to spend recklessly. So what we decided to do was a dayparting strategy. And dayparting is a fancy term, and all it means is you're running ads at different times of the day. You're switching stuff on and off, like a light switch, right? Ads on, ads off, right? So how we made the additional 1.2 million was that we basically, at 6 p.m., right? Get this, in the UK, at 6 p.m., all of our campaigns were running out of budget because they were limited by this governor, this £300 a day restriction, right? So all our campaigns would stop running. So instead of doing the basic thing and say, decision number one, which is bad, is have them not run at all. Decision number two, which is better but not optimal, is let's raise the budget across all the campaigns. Let's spend £500 across all the campaigns, right? Because then you get some that are running and maybe you don't want them to run because they're not that efficient, right? And then lastly, we have the option of, and this is what we ended up doing, is selectively running the good campaigns, right? So what we did was after 6 p.m., everything would run out, but then we would reactivate the campaigns that were above a certain ROAS and a certain ACOS that day, right? And that was awesome because we were only running our very best stuff, and we raised the budget total to $375 a day, right? £375. So from 6 p.m. to midnight, that extra £75 was being used super, super well, and now we're even scaling up that ad spend more because we can do more campaigns. And this yielded an increase of about 100K USD per month in new revenue that we did not have before, just the month before. And yeah, so that's how we got to 1.2 million in incremental revenue increase. So I hope this can help. And I should also say that it's stuff like this that we're just, because we're in the trenches and we're in the field doing this stuff, we stumble across and we apply. We work with hundreds of brands now, doing all this stuff. Amazon advertising is primarily all that we do, right? So if you do something for 5-6 years and that's all you do, you're gonna get pretty good at it. And we learn stuff like this. Right? So if you want us to take a look at your ad account and how you're doing right now, we can do that for free. I'll leave a link in the description so you can chat with the team and we can see if kind of mutually if we can work together. And if not, we'll let you know that. And if we can, we'll let you know that too. So that's about it for me on this one. I hope you can apply it. This will be especially useful if you find that you have any stuff going out of budget in your ad accounts. Just do me a favor, the next time that you're up late at night for whatever reason, as I am now, admittedly, just pop into your ad account. See if there's any campaigns out of budget, or see if they're all out of budget because you set that account-wide limit. Right? And that's about it. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one, and talk to you soon.